Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another viewer-requested topic people wanted to hear now that The Walking Dead Season 5 has aired. We're getting ready for Season 6, of course, with the videos leading up to it. Who are my top 10 favorite characters now, a year later, after Season 5? Alright, so we're getting into making quite a few Walking Dead Top 10 videos. I do enjoy them. I enjoy making them. I hope you guys enjoy hearing my thoughts on these different lists, and that you'll contribute yours below, even if you just want to do like maybe your top 3 or top 5 favorite characters and write them in the comments below. Get the conversation started. I would appreciate it. So this is a really hard list to make. I did do this video after Season 4? Yeah, Season 4. Now we're looking after Season 5. And it has changed significantly since then. It will change every season pretty much because, you're going to see characters change. You're going to see them develop. You're going to see different things happen to them. For example, Tyrese was on my list last year. This year, not going to be on the list because of the events of Season 5 and what happened with him, how they changed the character from the comic book series, and just all around how different he ended up being. I felt like, you know what, I got to take him off the list. So let's get into it because we have 10 to go through. So let's get started. Number 10. So my 10th favorite character in the series, just narrowly on the list, used to be higher, is going to be Michonne. Of course, you guys know, I won't mention again why, but I moved her up to number 10 from she was further down the list. She was closer to the top. She was my favorite female. Now after Season 5, that has changed. In the future, maybe she can reclaim her place. We'll have to see what happens with her. But for me right now, I'm going to put her at number 10. Number 9 is going to still be or be a character that, of course, earlier on in the series, hasn't been in the show for a while now. Hershel. I had to put him in there. Yes, he's a character that hasn't, he obviously, unfortunately, thanks to the governor in the TV series, was killed off, but, he is still a character that, time from here and there, you can think of in The Walking Dead. He's one of those kind of founding, type of members to the survivors group that was there as a part of the group throughout the prison story arc, throughout Season 2, was an awesome character. Kind of became like the TV series version of Dale for a while since Dale was killed off prematurely versus the comic book series version. So I still have to put him on there. He used to be Rick's voice of reason, and now we can kind of see, too, how Rick has changed without having him there to kind of guide him and show him the path, even if it's the right or wrong way to go in a zombie apocalypse. It would be the right way to go in real life, but definitely do miss him as a character. Scott Wilson did a great job, and Hershel's going to be number 9. Number 8 is going to be a character that is still alive, and I have enjoyed seeing a lot this season. Man, they've done a great job, especially the second half, and that would be Glenn. Glenn is a character I feel like, I really hope they don't kill him off anytime soon. I hope he survives Season 6, 7, 8. I hope he's here for a long time because he's a character that is from the very beginning, and we don't have too many. And what I'm noticing with the Walking Dead TV series, which is different than the comic book series, is with 16 episodes, it's good to have, some different leads, right? If Rick is in Alexandria and he's got this storyline that's building up for the finale, it's good to have a Daryl or have a Glenn or characters that can go out on their own and can kind of lead their own group. And Glenn can do that, and I really enjoy seeing him. Obviously care about the character, don't want to see him killed off. Because he's one of those original founding members, and has just become a really, really cool character all throughout the series. And I could see him even being higher on the list in a few seasons, depending on how they use him in Season 6 and 7. Stephen Yeun, of course, also, just like Scott Wilson, and Denai Greer does an amazing job. Number 7. Number 7 is my highest female on the list now. I wasn't on the list last year, and that is going to be Carol. Also, one of those characters that's been in the series since the very beginning, has been through a tremendous amount, has been through a lot, and, I really hope, just like I said with Glenn, she survives for a very long time, and I think she will, because she's just so much damn fun, so damn interesting. Love to see what they did with her this season, of course, from the start of Season 5 all the way through, right up to the end. She was pretty amazing. If you think about the end, at the scene with Peter, she is kind of taken on as Rick's advisor, so to speak. from Hershel. You go from Hershel, the farmer advisor, to Carol. So you can see how Rick's actions have changed based on how his advisor has changed. Even when Peter's got the sword, Rick he has the gun there and he puts it in hand. He's ready to go if he needs it. Quick draw. But he kind of looks at Carol. He looks to the right. He looks at Carol almost for approval, and she kind of gives him a half nod. Okay, it's time. A half nod. Okay, you might have to do it right now. Be ready, right? And I think that says something about it. It's really well written, because even people in real life, the people around us have a tremendous effect on us, especially someone who's older than us and is kind of advising us in what to do. And Carol has been that for Rick, and she's been a super badass. She saved them this season. Playing Possum currently, love it. Number 7, going to be Carol. Number 6 is still going to be, for me, the Governor. Oh, man. Still my favorite villain throughout the series. Yes, I've enjoyed a lot of the other villains. I really like the Hunters. I really like Joe's group. I actually like Joe's group a lot, more than I thought I would. We've had others as well, too, as we've gone through. But for sure, the Governor is in my opinion, the best villain the TV series has had, even to this point. Season 4, Season 3, man, he's amazing. Dave Morrissey's awesome. And I've really just enjoyed the Governor's time in the show. I loved how they brought him back, even just for a quick hallucination in Season 5. And that goes to show you why he should still be one of my favorite characters and one of the best characters in Dead. Because even though he comes back for just a hallucination, he steals the show. He steals the episode. He's only in it for like a minute, and he steals the whole damn thing for me. He's just intimidating. He's scary. He's that shadow. He's your shadow. If you want to talk about archetypes for Tyrese, he's his shadow. He's the thing that he's the personification of fear for Tyrese. And you can obviously tell why. You hear David Morrissey's ominous voice as he comes in. It's not better now. Daryl. One of my favorite is, you leave him for me. When at the end of season 3, when he's going after Merle, I'll never forget that. Are you kill or you die? I'll never forget. You leave him for me. I just, oh my God, that's some of the best up until now. That's why season 3 was my favorite up until now. You leave him for me. I love it. The Governor, number 6. Okay, get it together, Trevor. Number 5. Number 5 is going to be the other character that was in that scene, and that was Merle. Man, Merle was such a badass. You want to talk about ultimate badasses. I mean, this guy killed so many survivors, it's not even funny. The blade hand, just all the action stuff. No, Michonne. As he's chasing her down, just the way Michael Rooker delivers all the lines from him, the way he's kind of like, he's got this just super rebellious kind of way about him that no matter who he talks to, he's kind of got this thing where he's kind of like, he's just, I don't know. He's always got this kind of half trolling type attitude where he's just like, "Screw you, man." Even before you say hello to him, yeah, "Screw you, man." That you could picture him saying something like that, couldn't you? If you said hi to him walking down the street and he told you to go screw yourself or something, you can just picture that. Of course, getting wasted before he goes in against the Governor. One of my all-time favorite scenes from The Walking Dead. Not the only one. I mean, season 3 for him was amazing. He had so many scenes and so great. And of course, Daryl's older brother Merle, amazing character. Loved what they did with him. Number 4. So number 4 on the list for me is going to be Morgan. Yeah, it has to be. I mean, Morgan he's only in like a few minutes in season 5. If you count up to the finale, he's hardly in it at all. And he also steals the show. He was the hottest character topic for conversation in the channel this year. People constantly asking questions and, when's he going to arrive? When's he going to arrive? What's going to happen? What's going to go on? We're doing predictions and all this stuff. Will he be there for the finale, mid-season finale? All this. People were so excited. And after season 3, after the premiere, man, he's such an amazing character. Lane James does a great job as well. And, one of my favorites, number 4, Morgan. Number 3, still to this point, still near the top, can't forget about him, is, of course, Jon Bernthal's Shane. Even to this point, if you check back to the first couple seasons of The Walking Dead, he steals the show from early on, man. I mean, yeah, there's Rick. Rick's there, of course, and he's, our lead, of course, but Season 2 is like Shane's season, man. He had such concentration there, and the way they show the bond between him and Rick was just amazing. Even to this point, miss seeing him in the show. Wish they could get him for some hallucination scenes or something. I don't know. But, obviously John Berthol's busy. So, but still, nevertheless, how soon we forget, not this time. Shane's going to be number 3. Not going to forget about the first couple seasons of The Walking Dead. And at that time, he was actually my number 1 favorite character after season 2. Number 2. So the top 2 were the most difficult by far to pick. Obviously, you guys know who they're going to be. It's going to be Rick and Daryl, one of the two. But which order should they be in? I've talked about recently, Daryl's been my favorite, and that's the way it's been for a while now, since maybe over a year to a year and a half. He's been my favorite character in the series. At this point, I'm going to change it. It should change. It should. Your favorite character, as you go through the series, it could change. It will. John Berthol Shane was my favorite up till about season 3, season 4, and then it became Daryl. And, it's changed from time to time. At this point in time, after season 5, where we're at currently right now, Daryl's had a lot of time on his own. And Daryl's character, even though he's like the most badass, and I think he's the toughest character out of all the survivors in the show, he's not as interesting to watch as Rick has been in the last little while. And here's what I'm saying is that good Rick, I like Daryl more than good Rick. But I like evil Rick, man. I like Shane Rick. I like inShane Rick. I like evil Rick so much that I have to put him at number 1. After thinking about it, hard, after the end of this season, after season 5 and how it's ended, and him fighting Peter and just everything up until the end there, and when you compare his episodes to Daryl's episode, Daryl, of course, has, the episodes Still and some episodes like that. They haven't been the greatest. And even though he's an awesome character to have, he's got some great dialogue, he's super tough, and he's really funny early on in the series, a lot of his one-liners and just tough sayings and things that he says. At this point in time, I'm going to say after season 5, after thinking quite a bit, I'm going to put Rick at number 1. I think, evil Rick is my favorite character right now. Yeah, I'd say so. Now, it could change in season 6. We'll have to see what happens with Rick, if Morgan kind of brings him back a bit, if he becomes more good guy Rick again. I don't know. We'll have to see what they do with Daryl. We'll have to see what happens with that. But with regards to season 6 and who I'm more excited to see, am I more excited to see Daryl going on random runs with Aaron, or am I more excited to see evil Rick and what's going to happen at Alexandria and how Morgan's going to affect him? The answer is definitely evil Rick. So I'm going to put evil Rick at number 1. So number 2, Daryl. Number 1, evil Rick. So there's my list, guys, at current time. Of course, like I said, in the future, it will change. So maybe I'll update this. I'll do this annually. Once a year, I can update my favorite characters. Let me know who your guys' favorite characters are right now, who they've been throughout the show, throughout the series. And, write your comments below. If you like the video, you guys know what to do. Please thumb it up below. If you want to help support the channel, please share it. If you've got a Facebook, share it through to Facebook. Favorite it if you wouldn't mind. I appreciate that as well. And, if you're new and you want to subscribe, you want to join the herd, bottom left, we're going to Alexandria. We're on our way there just as soon as I can figure out how to get out of this damn chair. That's it for this video, guys. See you for the next one. As always, it's Trev. Saying peace.